Hey guys, and welcome to Akuya Knows. This is your favorite segment, my take on tech. And this is where we talk about all things about tech and I give you my honest reviews. Today, we're going to talk about all the apps that are available in my phone. First of all, if you see my home screen, it looks slightly different from the regular stock Android 7.11. I use a Nokia 2 phone, and if you want to know more about it, you can check the card that appears up here, and you'll see the review that I did on the Nokia 2. So the reason why my home screen looks different from how other stock Android apps look is because I use an app called Nova, and it's a launcher that helps me customize my phone. I change the size and the shape of the icons, as you can see here. How the app drawer looks like, it changes that as well. So yes, that's the Nova launcher. Put a link down on the description below, together with all the other apps that I talk about on this video. I have a couple of apps in my home screen, and these are the apps that I use the most. So first of all, I have the messages and phone app, which are straight the Android messages and the Android phone app, which doesn't have a lot to talk about, but yeah, I find them very basic. I don't use another dialer app or another messaging app. I like them. They have a dark feature. It's also nice, to save battery and everything. The other thing I like about the messages app, the Android messages, is that when I'm on my desktop and I'm working, it has cross-platform synchronization, and I can actually reply to my text when I'm just working on the desktop. I won't have to lift my phone and reply to messages and then go back to my computer. That's an interesting feature I like about the Android messages. The other app I have on my home screen is the calendar app. As you can see, I use this to schedule meetings and just to plan my whole month. I have a lot planned for the month and everything, and it just gives me the overview of how things are going to be. I also like how it reminds me and all that other stuff. Again, when I'm also on my desktop, I can just go straight to the website, Google Calendars, and set up meetings there. I don't have to pick my phone and do it, and then it will automatically sync to my phone. Yes, so at this point you already know how much I like the cross-platform synchronization. The other app that I have on my home screen is WhatsApp. I have this because it's the most popular instant messaging app in Kenya. Everyone uses it, so that's the main reason why I use WhatsApp. Next, from WhatsApp, I have Twitter. I'm also on Twitter, and you can follow me at Akuya_Ekorot. So that's what I use for my Twitter. I know some people use other apps for their Twitter, but I just use the original Twitter app. Instagram, it's also there. Instagram, nothing new. Chrome, that's my browser of choice, and I use that quite a lot. I use it as my search engine and everything. I don't have the Google tab up here, so I just use my Chrome. And so the other app that I have on my home screen that you might not know of is the Wallet app, right? So this app is really, really interesting. So I use it for my daily expenditure. I record my expenditure daily. It's a habit I've developed. It helps me know where my money is going and how I'm spending it, and it has a lot of features. I'm going to do a video reviewing this app, and you're going to see how important it has been to my life, and it's a really nice app. The other app I have on my home screen is a Keep Notes. I use this app for note taking and writing lists, shopping lists, things I got to do lists and stuff like that. Another app that probably you may not know of, but I use it a lot and it has become very useful to my workflow, is called Trello. So Trello is a very interesting app. It helps me plan my to-do lists and things I have to do. It can even work with teams, so that if you have a group of people and you're working together, you use Trello for that. I use Trello for work and also for my personal to-do list. It organizes tasks in boards, and you can now do them in all of that. I'm going to review Trello also. I'm going to see it, and you just stay tuned for that video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so that you don't miss it, and click the notification bell so that you'll know every time I post. And once I swipe up, you get to see all the other apps that I have. I'll just run through probably some of the apps that you would not find on your phone. I won't talk about the camera, calculator, and stuff like that. So I have an app here. The first app is called Bonga. So Bonga is an app by Safaricom, and it's an instant messaging app made in Kenya. And I like it because it is functional as we speak. It's still on beta, so I'm still testing it and still giving feedback as we go through it. I'm going to do a whole video on Bonga, but I'm just going to say this is a very interesting instant messaging app because apart from just instant messaging, it has deep integration of M-Pesa. That means you can just be chatting with someone and send money without leaving the app. It's a really interesting app. We'll look at it later. The other app is called Camera Connect. This is just an app I use to connect to my camera wirelessly. So it's from Canon, and I have a Canon 800D. That's what I use, So I sometimes just transfer files or use it for secondary shooting. And now here we have an interesting app. It's called LastPass. So I like it because it's multi-platform, cross-platform synchronization and all that. It's in my browser. It's as an extension in my browser as well, and I also have it here in my phone. So what LastPass does, it helps me remember only one password, and then it generates all the other passwords from my other social media, Gmail, any other account I'd like to create. I use LastPass for that. So it generates this complex passwords, and you don't have to remember all of them. You just remember one password. When it comes to security, usually so many people use the same password on every platform, on every account they have, and that's once that password is already found out, your security is compromised. So that's why I use LastPass. It generates complex passwords and saves it for me, and I just have to remember one master password for it. I bank with CBA, and I like the Loop app because it's my mobile on my phone. I can transfer money and do stuff straight from my phone. I found the Loop app to do a good job with that. I have another very interesting app that maybe you might want to know. It's called the Multi-Clipboard app. So have you ever found yourself in a situation where you have to copy a couple of numbers and then paste them somewhere else, but the phone only remembers the last number or the last thing you copied? So what Multi-Clipboard does, it saves all the things that you've copied in this clipboard, and you can access them easily. So you can save, let's say, the pay bill number and the business number and the account number all at once, and then you can just go and use it and paste it as you use your M-Pesa, for instance, without having to cram or remember all these other things. The other thing with Multi-Clipboard, it comes with a notification bar here on the top, and you can see all the last things you copied on your phone, and you can just quickly access them. So I like Multi-Clipboard for that. I use Google Photos. I don't have any other gallery app so I use Google Photos, and I like it because it backs up my photos. And if you watched my review of the Nokia 2, you'd realize that I don't have enough space with me here, so I back up my photos and videos with the Google Photos app, and then clean my memory or clean my storage so that I can have storage for other things. And then I have the Safe Boda app. So I use this app, and I'm going to review this, so stay tuned. I have a lot of things to say about this app. When I'm just alone, I use the Safe Boda app because it's convenient to even use a bike around the city, apart from the traffic that's in Nairobi. Photo editing, I edit a lot of photos in my phone, and the app of choice for that is the Snapseed. It's from Google, and it works really nice. It has interesting controls, and I like using it. I've tried using the Lightroom, but the Lightroom is quite big for my phone. Snapseed is light enough, and it works well for me. So yeah. And then I have YouTube. So YouTube, obviously, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and the YT Studio, that's the YouTube Studio, which is now used for creators, for you to monitor how your video is performing, to a central point for you to reply on comments and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I have the YT Studio. I mean, if you comment something down below right now, maybe an app you'd want me to have or an app you'd want me to review, that's the app I'll go to, and I'll get a notification from it, and I'll reply from that. So yeah. So I think that's it for this phone. Those are all the apps that I have. It's quite interesting. I don't have so many apps, again, because of the storage limitations I have with this phone. Ask the questions in the comment below. I'll be sure to, reply to them and tell me what you think about the apps that I have. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching if you've reached this far. This is Akuya Knows, and this is your favorite segment, My Take on Tech. See you next time.